Hey everyone, welcome to workout day 6. Today is just strictly a mobility day. So we're going to do 3 mobility drills and we're going to do 2 rounds of them. So let's start with the first drill called the reverse eagles. So reverse eagles, all we're going to do is step back. Okay, we're not going to lunge down or anything. We're just going to step back and then reach up overhead. You get a nice stretch. Okay, you should feel a stretch kind of within that hip flexor, the leg that's back there. And of course, your back muscles, your shoulders, depending on what's tight, okay? So it gets quite a few birds with one stone here with just stretching, okay? Reverse eagles, okay? Up to 10 repetitions. Then the next mobility drill we're gonna do is called the hinge hammer. So this takes a little bit of practice here. So what I recommend if you've never done a hinge exercise before is to use a dowel to start with. Basically a hinge is, most people think of bending like this, bending over. Whenever you bend over, you actually want to hinge over. So you actually want to push your butt backwards and keep your back flat. So what we're going to do here is we're going to grab this dowel, which you can use a broomstick or a hockey stick, golf club, and you're going to push that dowel into your tailbone and make sure it's touching the back of your shoulders and close to the back of your head. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to push your butt backwards. Okay, feel a stretch in the hamstrings and then stand back up and squeeze your butt. Okay. Why do we use the dowel on the back? Well, it's very simple. If we actually just bend from our back and don't push our butt backwards, the dowel comes up off of the tailbone. So we instantly know that we're not doing the form right. So that's why I like to use the dowel. Okay. Once you have the dowel and you've got that movement down, it might take you a little bit. It might not take you the first workout either. It might take you a couple of weeks. That's okay. But once you do have that movement down, the hinge hammer in itself is a mobility drill where we push the butt back. Okay. And then we just do that. Stand back up, push the butt back, reach out, okay? So we make basically like a hammer with our fists. Okay, and we do the hinge hammer, okay? We got a good stretch right here and really gets into our thoracic spine, so very good. Final drill is the golfer's mobility drill. We want to do about 20 repetitions of this one. Very simple. We start rotating. As we rotate, we're just kind of touching our shoulder and our arm coming back here. We're actually reaching up for the back of our shoulder blade here. So as we rotate, I want to get my backhand as high up my shoulder as I possibly can. However, I don't want to force the range of motion. Through repetition and through days and days of doing this, you're going to get more mobility. I started doing this back in February and it took me about a couple of months to really notice a massive change in my mobility from my spine and in my shoulders. And consequently, my golf game got even better, and so did just my natural movement. So don't try to force it, just let it come through repetition. So those 3 exercises, the reverse eagles for 10 repetitions, the hinge hammer for 10 repetitions, or just practicing that hinge movement, and then the golfer's mobility drill for up to 20 repetitions. Do a couple of rounds, and that's all you got to do today. So it should take you no more than 3 minutes. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow for the next workout.